Hey guys, what is up? Hope everybody has been having a great day. Happy to be back with episode 29 of my golf vlog series, featuring the longest nine at Meadows Farms Golf Course, including the longest hole in America, a par 6 that is over 800 yards long. If you guys enjoyed the video, please be sure to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel for more content like this in the future. So, yeah, I'm sure you guys are definitely excited to see me play the par 6, and it was definitely a lot of fun. This is my third nine of the day. Meadows Farms has 3 9-hole courses that are all really distinct from each other, so it was really a lot of fun to get to play these courses. And I pretty much had to hit a full flop shot here to get it over that tree, and really happy with the result here. Put it about 10 feet away from the hole, so I have a really good look at my first birdie of the day here. Honestly, made a good stroke. I just really had trouble adjusting to these greens in terms of the speed all day. Just they were really slow, and it was definitely something that I wasn't used to. So I definitely need to get better at making adjustments like that in the future. So on hole 2, 485 yard par 4, and about to rip this one. So sound up. Caught this a bit skinny, but I got away with it, and was able to chase it down there pretty good. This thing ran like 30 yards, so I got some good roll out, and so I got it out there pretty far. You can see where I hit it off the tee there, and definitely a bit of a slopey fairway, so I got a good amount of roll out of it, and yep, got a nice little look at a birdie here if I can stick it close. So 125 yards here, second shot, 54-degree wedge, pretty prime position here, and if you guys see my swings there, I'm really trying to make sure I'm finishing to the left in my follow through. And this was right in the money, looked pretty good, and unfortunately I left it just a bit short. And as I've been working on refining my swing and improving my club path, I think the thing that will take a little bit of time to bring up is my distance control, because now that I've tweaked my swing a bit, it can mess with your feel a little bit. So that's something that I think I'll be able to improve as I head into this winter, and I think that'll make a very big difference. So a bit of a frustrating par there, but who cares, right? Round hole 3, par 6, 841 yards long. And I absolutely hammered this. I was just trying to carry the pond. There's a bit of a pond on the right, and my game plan is to carry that pond, and then from that pond there's a second fairway that starts about 180 yards out from the hole. So I wanted to get it onto that. And I hit a really good shot here. I definitely wasn't leaving anything in the bag. And just getting a quick check to make sure that got into a good spot. And it did. Just a bit of a hanging lie here. Still having trouble with my uneven lies. But it's getting better every day, which is definitely a nice sight to see. So squeeze this one out just to the right. It's perfect distance. I really would have loved to. That would have been one heck of a 3, but now I got my 4th shot here. Still in pretty good shape. Made a really good shot. Very, very good motion. Very good stroke. Had a pretty good feel for the greens, and yep, made a good birdie 5. And as you can tell, I am playing with some people, and there were also a few people watching, so it was nice to get to meet some of those guys, and get to see where my game was compared to theirs and all that good stuff, because they knew the course really well, and they were pretty good golfers. They were like single digits, and I think one of them was a scratch. So it was a fun group to play with. And another really good swing here, and as I'm looking at this playback, I really, like, me and my coach Bernie Nager have really been working hard on staying inside the ball. What I mean by that is we're trying to make a swing such that my elbows don't get away from my swing plane, meaning like a flying elbow. It's really great for speed. It's really great for long drive, and I will continue to use that swing as in my driver on the course. But when it comes to minimizing variables and minimizing misses, it's definitely not ideal. So it's great to see that my irons are really starting to get tighter, and the tighter your dispersion gets with your irons, the more different the course becomes. It looks a lot more scoreable the tighter you can miss. And that was a very sarcastic club twirl right there. Probably one of my worst shots of the day. And so we're still trying to figure out how to incorporate my driver into my game because I am still missing pretty big from time to time, which definitely isn't a good thing. So I have about 106 yards left here. The pin is just right at that little tower you can see under the tree line. So I'm trying to play it right over the right center of that tree and let the ball fall right. Unfortunately, I was a little bit late on it, and I'm still struggling out of the rough a bit, so that's definitely something I need to shore up. And yeah, it was a little bit frustrating because I really wanted to play, I really wanted to take it pretty deep on this side and have a really unusual shot here. I have to hit it under a tree, and it's an explosion bunker shot, which I really can't tell you guys if I've ever had a shot kind of like that, where I had to hit it under a tree out of the sand with an explosion shot. And I failed miserably and thinned it. And I can see I'm pretty annoyed with the tree, but I should be more annoyed with myself for not being able to execute that shot. So now I got a really long par putt here. It looks pretty good as it's coming in, just a little too slow. So walked away with a pretty disappointing bogey there. Gave that shot right back. Now on hole 6, even par. And take a close look at this swing here. I sent this swing to my coach, and he said this is exactly the swing I need to be making if I want to have a chance to make it in pro golf. And we were going to be studying this swing in particular a lot when I come back to Maryland. The reason we like this swing a lot is because it stays right on plane. The foot stays down with the exact time we want, and the flight was perfect. And the most important thing is this was a 200-yard shot. I mean, this wasn't a short shot. And, a 6-iron and going 200 yards is definitely long enough for PGA Tour. And it felt very easy and very controlled. And not only that, but I canned the birdie. So I pretty much just turned a 200-yard par 3 that probably would play to about a 3.3 or 3.4 on tour because of the wind, and made a 2. A relatively easy 2, to be honest. So that's definitely an encouraging sign. We're going to continue to work on improving that as we go along the winter. And here, I had about 340 yards to clear the water. And so I was like, heck with it, I'm just going to go for it. I pulled it a bit left, but I had some 4 caddies down there who were, they gave me a thumbs up. So I was pretty happy that I made it on the other side. And I only made it by like 3 or 4 yards, but it was just having some fun, so I figured I might as well go for it. Figured you guys would rather see that than me hitting a 5-iron in the fairway. So another okay chip shot. Got a little jilty on this one, as the club pro guy calls it. By the way, I would love to collab with him at some point. That guy is hilarious. And so we're going to be working on refining my chipping technique a little more, kind of clean up those shots around the green. They definitely need to be worked on a bit. But I'm excited. I really love the way I'm swinging it right now. I think I'm swinging it better now than I ever have in my career. I just got to tighten a few things up mentally and physically. And I'm in a position to really be successful at that. And I'm hopefully that things can really become awesome in the next couple months. And who knows, because I mean, my mentality is I'm just going to work my butt off this winter, and I'm not really going to set a goal in terms of how good I want to get. I'm just going to get as good as I possibly can and kind of make a decision in the spring of what I'm going to do in the future. It really just 100% depends on where my game is, to be honest. I'm not going to try to force anything that just isn't going to happen, but if my game is getting hot and I'm able to get a couple of exemptions, I might go for it. We'll see what happens. And so here, now this is definitely something I need to stop doing. Only about 50 yards out here and just totally messed up this distance. Left myself a really, really long birdie putt. And I know it too. I know these are the shots that I need to be hitting inside of 15 feet habitually, sometimes 10 feet. It's really hard to score when you're leaving yourself 40 feet left from 60 yards out. But I did make a really good 2-putt here. So I did keep the momentum going. So all in all, playing pretty solid. I'm definitely making a few mistakes here and there, but I'm pretty encouraged because I feel like those mistakes are very fixable and very, very easy to eliminate. So I'm definitely very encouraged by how I've been playing lately. And after this long drive tournament, that's actually tomorrow, I'll be really able to dial in and spend the next couple months really trying to get my game to a level I've never had it. And then we'll just see what happens from there. So now I have 192 yards. Typically, I would have wanted to hit a little more club with a little bit less swing, but I had to hit it over those trees, and you can tell it went pretty high, and it probably just now landed. In fact, it left a crater just the size of Mars on the green, and it was actually plugged, so I had to fix the ball mark and all that good stuff. And by the way, I do fix divots and ball marks. I just figured you guys wouldn't really enjoy watching me fix divots or repair ball marks, so I cut them out, just so everyone knows. And a bit of a difficult putt here, but made a pretty good roll. Just got it up there pretty far back, and so I have about 6 feet left here to get in at 35, 2 under. So far, really enjoying this round. So it did creep in there, so really solid 200 par 35. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you guys next time.